What's going on? How are you guys today? We got a little bit of a different lighting today because it's really hot. I just wanted to keep the bright lights off. But what's going on? How are you guys today? We did the vegan pregnancy video earlier, which was a little crazy. It just seems like the vegan agenda is getting worse and worse and worse, and people are just falling into it more. And yesterday, what did we do? The cook the roast yesterday. I was thinking about doing a different or a better recipe, but I've just been working so much and so stressed with everything that I wasn't really thinking of what was the most marketable video. But how are you guys today? Hopefully this is early enough for some of the European viewers. I think next week I'll try to do it even a little earlier, around 1:30 or 2 o'clock. But I try to give people, I'm doing it around 3 o'clock so people can like get some sun or go out and get some sun while listening to this. But I guess that timing doesn't really matter that much. Lockdown restrictions tightened again in northern UK. It just seems like they're constantly pushing some part of the agenda in some part of the world at every single point in time. The lighting is, no, yeah, well, I don't usually have this lighting because I only have windows on one side of this room, and the lighting is different depending on the time of day. But I was thinking yesterday about how things are just going to get worse and worse. Everyone lost their job. No one's making money. It just can't imagine what things are going to be like a month or two from now. I mean, everyone's pretty much staying at home doing nothing. Just finished tanning for 20 minutes. Yeah, I usually try to get 2 or 3 hours, but it seems like they're always spraying stuff in the air. Or there's always like a lot of clouds. Any tell us funny stories, or can we watch Raw Bliss? I think we'll do a vegan critique live stream next week. There's just not a lot of vegan videos, like a lot of good ones that are uploaded every week. The vegan, not everyone on YouTube is crazy and makes videos every day like me. A lot of these people make videos 2 or 3 times a week, 2 or 3 times a month. That's very typical. Like the video earlier. Hey, 90s gal, how are you today? I'm sipping now on a raw sheep testicle smoothie. That sounds gross. I don't know how you guys are. I don't know how you guys are making these testicle smoothies. Are you dehydrated right now? Your face looks a little smaller. I don't really know. I think like people are used to the camera, and the lighting can really change how I look depending on the video. The pregnant vegan lady has been vegan for 13 years. I don't really believe that these vegans that say they're vegan for 13 years haven't been cheating on the diet, because if you were truly vegan for 13 years and you already had 1 or 2 kids, you couldn't have another kid. Just like from a nutrient perspective, it would be impossible to get fertile. So she's eating animal foods. People act like it will just go back to normal magically. The whole scenario is pretty pathetic. Do you recommend taking vitamin E? No. I think I have to do a video addressing vitamin E because there's a lot of misconception around it. It seems like people are. There's been a couple things that have been happening. Like people have been speaking against omega-3 fatty acids, and people have been promoting vitamin E. And I think these are just like agendas to make people unhealthier, because they're things that don't make sense from a health perspective. And people saying omega-3s are toxic are just causing people to get omega-3 deficiencies and neurological issues. That original 18-month lockdown prediction looks pretty good right now. Things don't look to be getting better anytime soon, unfortunately. No, well, I said like 3-4 months ago that they were going to lock us down for 18 months. And I don't know why it's 18 months. I think it's just to get... I really don't... I have no idea what else they're enacting and what other... I think 18 months is the period of time that it would take for most people to get really desperate and financially have financial issues. And, I think if you just locked down for 6-7 months and took away half of a year for people, they wouldn't realize how bad it was. And then if you lock people down for 18 months, every single person loses their jobs. Just about every small business, goes bankrupt and loses. And then people are really... They want people to really get desperate desperate and ask the government for help. And when the government comes to give them help, it's in the form of, you need to get a vaccine to get our help. I know your channel is under scrutiny due to your controversial topics, but do you think that some of the problem may be because of your feuds with other YouTubers? Well, I don't have any feuds with other YouTubers. There was one person that plagiarized my information, and I called that person out for plagiarizing me. And after that happened, I started calling everyone out for being special interest funded. Basically, the reason my YouTube channel is getting censored is because I talk about the New World Order agenda in a truthful way, and I talk about how everyone is special interest funded, including vegans and carnivores. And because what I say compromises the well-being of a lot of other YouTube channels, they heavily censor me. Has nothing to do with feuds. It's like, I'm not arguing. I'm not letting some asshole Freemason gaslight me in my chat when he knows the reason my channel is getting censored is because I don't fuck men in the sauna. Like, that's literally, you know, the Freemason secret society. That's all right. I'm not going into this today, but we've spoken about it in the past. If you want to become a Freemason, go into a sauna and start jerking off. That's my suggestion to you. Thinking of quitting my job, but this pandemic ruined everything. Please mention how Matt Blackburn promotes vitamin E just so he can sell his products. He's such a snake. He really is a snake. Listen, I like there are products that are up for debate on whether or not they're beneficial for your health or not. Vitamin E is not up for debate. The reason vitamin E is present in a food is to prevent the oxidation of the fats. Vitamin E is present to prevent fatty acid oxidation. So consuming vitamin E on its own doesn't make sense because it needs to be present with the do you guys get what I'm saying? It's like, what's a good analogy for this? I don't know, but the point is that if you're not when you consume an animal fat, grass-fed beef fat, there's vitamin E present in the fat to prevent it from oxidizing. Same with fish. There's vitamin E present in the fish oil to prevent oxidation. But when you consume vitamin E in the form of like a wheat germ oil supplement, you're not preventing anything because it doesn't just like mix with the fats you're eating. It's present in the specific food. So all you're doing when you're consuming a vitamin E supplement is preventing the oxidation of the fatty acids in the vitamin E supplement. But if that vitamin E supplement isn't offering anything else, like, it just doesn't make any sense. 18 months we'll have people begging for something. Yeah. How did he resolve iron overload? Donate blood. A lot. How much should salmon be cooked? Yeah, usually minimally. They say take vitamin E to rid polyunsaturated fatty acids in our cells and to avoid lipofuscin. But vitamin E supplements are polyunsaturated fatty acids. They're high omega-6. It doesn't make any sense. You want vitamin E? Consume some omega-3. Consume some fish. Vitamin E by itself makes no sense, and I've never seen anything that indicates that taking vitamin E on its own is beneficial. I wonder what the headlines will say a month from now when kids go back to school and get hit with a mysterious illness. I wonder if they'll even let them back at all. The fact that they're even opening schools is comical to me, and it shows how stupid and gullible the general population is. I mean, I think I said it like 4 or 5 months ago that the mystery illness, a couple months ago, and people have short memories, there was a mystery illness that made about 100 kids sick, and it was radiation poisoning. And they called it a, what did they say? It was a something like illness. I can't remember what they said it was similar to, but that illness that it was similar to was from getting vaccinated. So, it was a Kawasaki-like illness. So they said it was similar. It was a multi-systemic inflammatory syndrome similar to Kawasaki disease. And in these articles, I did a whole video on this. In these articles, they kept referencing the coronavirus and going back to this, trying to pretend like this was an effective coronavirus, but it's not. They're using doublespeak, and they're gaslighting the population to get them to think that every single illness right now can be pointed to coronavirus. And this is the power that the government has. And and this is the main reason my channel is censored, because I was just thinking like 2 days ago, a really good video would be radiation is the government's invisible weapon. It's the perfect weapon because, one, it's invisible. Two, you can radiate. The government's been radiating people for 50 years without them fucking knowing. It's crazy. The government's been radiating people since the Spanish flu, 100 years, and people still haven't fucking realized it, so they're never going to fucking realize it. And they've been doing it progressively more and more and more. People are getting sicker and sicker. We're getting unhealthier and unhealthier. And all these people, if anyone isn't addressing EMF, Wi-Fi radiation, they don't deserve to be in the health field, because it's the biggest, it's way more important than diet. Wi-Fi radiation exposure is way more of an issue than diet. And when they think of it this way, as a government, if you have cell phone towers, and these aren't just, the 5G towers aren't cell phone towers, they're military weaponry. We already had plenty of cell infrastructure. So this new military weaponry they have set up is basically invisible radiation that can make people sick. How crazy is that from a control perspective? Oh, well, you want to control people? Okay, just make a few people drop dead on the street and make people listen to you. If you have an invisible weapon where you can make people drop dead on the street, make people cough on sight, make people very sick, give people fevers, if you can control getting people sick, that means that you can set requirements for the safety of the public. It's funny. They're saying, it's funny, the government's literally causing the problem and trying to fix and fixing the problem at the same time. The government's making the people sick, and then they're saying, oh, well, to protect other people from getting sick, you need to do this. It's like someone pointing a gun at you. Like a guy comes up to rob you with a gun, points a gun to your head, and he says, okay, to prevent other people from getting robbed, give me your wallet. That's what he's doing. And then you're like, oh, wait, well, how do I know you're not just going to go and point the gun at someone else's head? I forgot to say 5 grams. I don't think it matters anymore. My channel's so heavily censored. This guy just made a video eating like you. Can we watch it on stream together? I'll check it out later. Just send me an email. Strokes are totally caused by corolla and not radiation. Even the corolla matches all of the radiation poisoning symptoms. It's not just like what people don't I was talking to my mom the other day. I was like, Ma, it's not similar symptoms to radiation poisoning. It's identical. It's actually identical. If you look up the onset of radiation poisoning, it's 14 days. It's the same as the Toyota Corolla. And then if you look at the symptoms, if you look at a list of 10 symptoms of Toyota Corolla, radiation poisoning is the exact same thing. Dry cough is from radiation poisoning. And and honestly, the 5 gram stuff, I go into the city one night and I come back dry coughing. Create a problem, give the solution. It's an old tactic. Well, yeah, that's the Hegelian dialectic that we've mentioned many times. I'm lucky there's a walk-in freezer where I work. Yeah, well, the freezer, it's a metal box, so it's like a Wi-Fi free zone. They're going to make everyone take the vaccine by telling people that took the vaccine that we can't go back to normal life until people who don't want to take it, the vaccine, take it. That's not going to happen. That's going to create a that would create a revolution if they didn't do it well enough. You know, I think at least 20% of the population at this point knows what's going on with the vaccine bullshit and will refuse to take a vaccine. People really think the government has no idea what to do in this situation. Like there's nothing they can do. How stupid can you be to think the people in power don't have control? No, these people, yeah, the general population is really stupid. They're saying, oh, well, de Blasio fucked it up. De Blasio made a mistake. Fauci made a mistake. All these people that you're seeing in the news are just the fall guys, and they know exactly what they're doing. They didn't make a mistake. They're doing it on purpose. They're making small businesses go out on purpose. They ran out of loans on purpose. They're giving money to the bankers on purpose. I heard 2 physicists talking about the dangers of non-ionizing radiation causing cancer and infertility in men. They said all conception in the future will be IVF. They said all conception in the future will be IVF. So you're saying that the radiation right now, the levels are going to be so bad that these physicists are saying that the only way people are going to be able to get pregnant is via intravenous fertilization. Escape from New York, Los Angeles. Yeah, New York and Los Angeles seem like the two main stages for the New World Order system. I want to get the fuck out of New York myself, but my family's here. These guys sitting and controlling the 5 grams towers remind me of military operators sitting on the couch in sweatpants, hitting guns to launch nukes. I'm assuming the 5 grams towers, which are predominantly on the highways now, are electronically programmed to be able to just target moving vehicles. I think these 5 grams towers set up on the highway are literally just shooting cars. Can you get vitamin D in your car? I think a window pane, a glass, blocks about 90% of UVB. The government is trying their best, guys. They're smart and have lots of money. They will clean up this mess. Sounds like a gateway for genetic modification. What happened to some of the Frankie's Free Range Meat products the other day? Oh, I have to do a vlog update for Frankie's Free Range Meat. I don't know, man. I always have like these gut feelings, and I tell Adam not to do certain things. And he wanted to get this new shipping software that was easier to ship packages on, and we talked to them, and we signed up with them, and they fucking logged into our website and hacked it and deleted half our products. So I didn't sleep for a night getting all the products back up, and now we don't have product descriptions on half of our items on Frankie's Free Range Meat. And normally I'd have time to fix it, but now my schedule is so crazy, I don't have time to redo all the fucking product descriptions on the website. On top of that, all of the reviews on the products were deleted too. You know, thousands and thousands of reviews. So we'll do it. We'll do an update video on Frankie's Free Range Meat, I think, on Tuesday, just to let you guys know. I think I have to, because a lot of people noticed that, and a lot of people are asking about it, and it's important for the business. So I'll try to go. I'll try to go down there tomorrow. I have to take my dad with me because my car broke down, and well, that's gonna be another video. My transmission went on my Taurus, and I don't want to fix it, so I gotta find a new car. Have you heard about the New Jersey gym owner fighting back? They closed his gym. He fought back. They arrested him, and now it's war. Is tanning bed higher in UVA? Usually, yeah. Usually some tanning beds are like only UVA. Oh shit, all the reviews are gone too. No, yeah, the products weren't that big of a deal. You know, the products are maybe 10 hours of work to put them all back up because I already photoshopped the pictures and edited the pictures. But the reviews I can't redo. 1.3 million people protested against the scamdemic in Berlin, Germany. They probably got radiated while protesting. Why would cravings for raw meat occur? Less stressful on the body's enzymes. New York governor is demanding people wear masks at the pool. Yeah, they need to just start like shooting these politicians and throwing them in ditches. If people don't unite against the government together, we'll never win. If the majority of people obey the orders, then we lose. Is there a danger in consuming too many omega-3s if they're from unpolluted waters or from brains or something? Well, yeah, I mean, you can get omega-3 toxicity, like if you ate wild salmon every day, even if it's not polluted. Like the Alaskans and the people that live there are very tolerant to high levels of omega-3, but it can thin your blood too much and you can have issues. Get an older Ford Ranger. I'm trying to find a Toyota Tundra, but I'm having a hard time. I went to see 3 Toyota Tundras last weekend. They all had pretty low mileages, but the bottoms are completely rusted out. Like they fucking spray painted the undercarriage trying to cover up the rust on these 3 trucks. So I'm trying to find a Tundra, but they're really expensive cars. They're brand new. They're like 55K. So I'm trying to get one, but I don't know, I might not. I didn't realize it was so expensive. I didn't want to spend more than like 12 or 13K, but it looks like I'm going to have to spend a bit more to get a decent Tundra. People need to stop believing their BS. It's just the appeal to authority is too strong. Like, even my parents. Like, if my parents are collecting Social Security from the government and my dad is getting a pension, like, they're not going to fucking start protesting against the government. How about omega-3 that's been tested for heavy metal levels? They don't want the truth? No, they don't want the truth. They'd rather get radiated all day and be sick. What's the best feed for chickens? I mean, I wouldn't really disclose that. Do you do abs every day? I've never done abs. I'm starting to do abs now, though, so my next bodybuilding progress video, I might have some more ab definition. Is plant-based omega-6 same as animal-based omega-6? No, it's a different form. It's I wish I had a better memory. Let me see if I remember this off the top of my head. I think what the fuck is it called? It's there's an oh man. Arachidonic acid is the animal omega-6, I believe. But animals will have if you give an animal corn or soy, it'll have the same omega-6 linoleic acid as the plant food. I think some of it does convert to arachidonic acid though. But no, it'll still be very high linoleic acid. Any idea when the African black soap will be back in stock? Let me go put it in stock. I still have some. You guys like kept asking me for soap on Frankie's Naturals, and I didn't want to make it. So, oh wait, we're out of stock of a lot of things. That's why we're not selling. All right, so we have set quantity 200. Set quantity. All right, we're back in stock on Frankie's Naturals. I got to keep an eye on the product stock list more. 39, 39, 30. Okay, yeah. We got to make, I got to make some more of certain products too. I got to make more deodorant and hair pomade. I got to order more black soap. I'll try to do that next week or this week. Yeah, so there's black soap and tooth powder back in stock now. How much does each of the African soaps weigh? It's like around 4 or 5 ounces, but if you order 2, it's like a bigger bar. So if you order 2 or 4, like I'll give you 2 big bars instead of the small bars. Corbett report. A few legit people. No, he's controlled opposition. He's not legit. No one on YouTube getting hundreds of thousands of views is legit. Other day at Costco, I bought 3 pounds of New Zealand grass-fed lamb for $20. Is that a good deal? I mean, we have lamb on Frankie's Free Range Meat as well. It's not a bad price. Have you put any of the products on Amazon yet? No, I've just been so tired and exhausted. I've been filming 3 videos a day, and I'm just really tired. On top of filming the 3 videos a day, I have to like work out and do other stuff. So I'll try to get the Frankie's Naturals products. I want to make some more pomade, and hopefully I can make some more pomade and deodorant this week, and then I'll list all the products on Amazon. They don't want soap. They want Frankie's Naturals bathwater. maybe next year, if things don't go as planned, we'll sell bathwater. Cod liver oil, Frank. I need that in my life. We're trying to get the cod liver in. I'm trying to get some in. The only problem with Amazon is, like, if I list a $12 product on Amazon, Amazon takes like $2.50. So I like don't make any money on them. But it is good for marketing. If people go to the Frankie's Naturals website, they see the products are the same price with free shipping and you get a discount. Is Gourmino raising the price of the Gruyere? Notice the price go up on my local store on Frankie's Free Range Meat. Yeah, the cheese, the price of the cheese, they're holding on to it and like artificially inflating the market. We still have our cheese is still cheaper than the supermarket, but it's not a profitable product. It's amazing what 5 months can do. It's hard to even imagine a life without quarantine anymore. No, I was reading some information towards the beginning of the quarantine where people were saying, "Oh, well, after two months is how long it takes for people to get used to their new lifestyle." I don't give a shit. I don't want anything to do with this new lifestyle. Everyone else seems to be like a complacent pussy, though. When people ask me, like, why aren't you wearing a mask? Why aren't you wearing a mask? I was like, the virus is fake. You're getting radiated. And then they asked me to explain. I'm like, I'm not fucking explaining it. Corbett seems legit. I think you're being arrogant saying literally everyone besides you is controlled opposition. Have fun and time out, buddy. If everyone else isn't controlled opposition, how come I'm the only channel getting censored, you dipshit? You could say whatever you want, but I'm the only fucking person getting this censored. You can say whatever the fuck you want. Person suffering from fibromyalgia. It's a bunch of lifestyle factors. If people get in the right nutrients, specifically usually like vitamin D, K2, magnesium, a lot of B vitamins, omega-3s, and they reduce the Wi-Fi in their environment, it'll pretty much fix any degenerative disease for the most part. What's in the milk that makes them thick and strong? K2 and calcium. Are you done with your podcast? There's no more guests. I mean, all the people I had on my podcast were Mason shills at the time. And now there's like no one else I can get on my podcast because of all the special interest funding. Hashtag Frank 2024. I'm not going to be old enough to be president in 2024. We got to do Frank to final for president 2028. I'll be older than 35 in 2028. I'm excited. We're gonna make a video this week. My arms, I measured my arms 17 inches the other day. So we're gonna do a video about the 17-inch steel pipes. I like the podcast, and I originally planned on doing, podcast episodes on a weekly basis on Sundays because I really like the podcast. And honestly, I think my 9 episodes of the Perfected Health podcast have better information than any other podcast there is for the first 8 episodes. And I really mean that. I think the only collab there's going to be with Rat Boy is when I'm burying him in the ground. When you run for presidency, they dig up these live streams. They are going to be in the ditch. They're not going to be. They're going to be. The only thing they're going to be digging is themselves out of dirt. What do you have to say to all the people listening on this live stream with their phone in their pocket, wearing earbuds, radiating themselves hypocritically? I mean, it's more about, the most important thing is you reduce the Wi-Fi as much as possible throughout the day. and especially at night. You like ice cream? I have a couple videos making raw ice cream if you want to check them out. I can't eat ice cream though. I go too crazy with it. If I get raw ice cream, I'll literally eat like 5 pounds of it till I get sick. Tips on how to tame H. pylori? Yeah, I do that. I can consult on H. pylori. I don't like giving away that information on thoughts on raw sheep milk. Interestingly enough, the origin of H. pylori is likely sheep, because sheep have H. pylori present in their stomach, and it can translate to the milk. So one of the reasons I got pretty sick initially was when I had the compromised stomach from the iron overload. I drank some sheep milk and I got H. pylori. And most people have H. pylori in their stomach, and it's fine. It's like a synergistic bacteria that works fine in most people's stomachs, but some people have issue when it overgrows. When I got my Wagyu box, none of the meat was labeled. Not sure what cuts they were, but it was awesome. Hey, Rob, I'm sorry about that. Maybe the labels slipped off because the meat condensated a little bit. Just send me an email with pictures, and I can let you know what the cuts are. I have AirPods. Are AirPods safe? No. AirPods are not safe. Plan on making any videos about posture? If not, are there any good videos you'd recommend? I should probably do a video on posture. I mean, I'm not exactly an expert, and my posture isn't that great. When do you think international travel will resume worldwide? As soon as they're injecting everyone with a vaccine at airports. I bet you they're literally going to have like vaccine stations at airports where you have to get injected to go on a plane. It's fucking pathetic. Have you tried the Morty Royal Raw Sheep's Milk Cheese from Whole Foods? I probably have. If you guys are having issues with products, send me an email. Don't DM me on Instagram. Don't send me stuff to my personal email. Send an email to the corresponding company. I still think it's fucking hilarious when people try to tell me my meat is grain fed. We're literally gonna. I'm at the point where I'm literally gonna just fucking sell grain fed meat for a week. I'm gonna buy some overalls, a fucking straw cowboy hat, and launch grain fed meat on Frankie's free range meat. Some of you gay boys are telling me I'm selling grain fed meat. Well, you know what? Now I am selling grain fed meat, so you can compare this grain fed dog shit that you people love in America so much to my meat. Naomi, they're all a bunch of actors. Do you think the vaccine will make us slow? I'm not getting injected with anything. Primary fuel source for our body, glucose or ketones, your opinion? Kind of depends on your genetics. Do you only react to cute girls on Instagram DM? I'm just really tired lately and exhausted, and I'll like read some Instagram DMs and I just won't respond to them. It's usually people asking me questions and I'm like, oh. I'm actually going to make a video, Deluxe, titled Sunscreen is Bad for You. Inject me, daddy. Who is that girl that got a tattoo of you? I kind of wanted to like go out and meet her and do a video with her. Since the police doesn't do shit anymore. I mean, it's ridiculous. Like, I should have like beat that guy to death in the basement or something for what he did. Mail-in. I still think that was one of the best ideas I've ever had. Taping that melon to a tree for the vegan video. She's in New York. Who's in New York? Just look at how vaccines have ruined people's lives in India and Africa. I haven't really looked into that much. I ate way too much prosciutto today, so my brain is fucking fried. So, who you guys mean? What do you guys mean she? Oh, the girl. Oh, the fucking tattoo girl. She's in New York. No, she's. I don't think she's in New York. I think she's in. I don't think she's in New York. I looked her up. I actually asked her. I think she's in Canada, Toronto or something. How bad is combining carbs and fat? The main issue is overeating, not really combining the carbs and the fat. Yeah, you should not use a retinol serum. You need a sunscreen until you can fix your diet. I mean, that doesn't really make much sense. I gotta go lay down. I'm so exhausted. What do you think about TikTok being banned? It's not banned yet, right? And then didn't Bill Gates say he was gonna buy it? I tweeted I tweeted last night that Bill Gates was buying TikTok so that all the TikTok zombies will push the vaccine agenda. How to build a house made of aluminum? You could probably find some type of cheap material to put in the walls when you're building the house to make it radiation proof. How much protein do I need when bodybuilding? I eat to satiation. Can you make your hair look like Dracula? I have a video where I'm dressed up as Dracula. I think I was the one where I was drinking blood. The TikTokers are going to renegade getting the vaccine. There is definitely going to be some type of like youth trend on social media of forcing vaccinations, because it's what we've seen with all of these fucking shill Illuminati influencers. All of these like young, attractive models and kids, if you've noticed on their Instagram, they're all pushing the BLM movement. They're all pushing wear a mask. They're all pushing this new world order bullshit. So you know when there's some type of vaccine, then they're going to be pushing it. Why do I feel fatigued after drinking whey protein? Are you drinking grass-fed whey protein, Lido? I was hoping TikTok will get banned in America. I kind of was, so I could like start from scratch on a popular social media platform. I've been too like lazy and exhausted to post on TikTok. I haven't had that many good ideas, but I do have one that I want to do. Any dangers of too much K2 from supplementation? I haven't really experienced it. Can living under a high power line prevent me from healing my health? Yes. Carrot seed oil sounds like a really bad idea. Do carrots have seeds? It claims it's grass-fed. Could it be the other ingredients in it? It might be heavily heated. OnlyFans should get banned. It's pretty pathetic how, like, I mean, I wouldn't say pathetic, but it's kind of crazy how any decent looking girl can make like 100, 150K a year without doing pretty much any work. Went to the city and got a severe headache. Any help? Yeah, you probably want to eat some B vitamins, turn your router off, get some sleep. Turn all the Wi-Fi off. Full moon tomorrow, prime time for some type of change. Yeah, a bunch of psychos in control of everyone. Yeah, I usually... My hair is way too crazy. I usually get a headache when I go into the city. If I take precautions, like I take antioxidants and I drink a lot of water and hydrate in the city, then I don't get a headache. But sometimes I just don't care and I end up getting a headache. Then when I come back home after I go to the city, I gotta like sleep for like 5 hours straight just to feel okay again. So many girls would start stripping. I think like in a few months from now, pretty much every decent looking girl is gonna have an OnlyFans. Yeah, airplane mode is a good solution. Is it possible to find girls that don't believe in the New World Order? It's kind of funny because, like, girls will have on their profile, like, if you don't support BLM, don't message me. And then like when you message these girls, the first question they ask you is, who are you voting for in September? And they believe, you know, they're very naive and gullible, and they all believe the nonsense. And they're virtue signaling. They think they're like, by being a government cuck pussy, that they're on the good side. Vitamin D from the sun the same as vitamin D supplement? No, there's a lot of processes that happen when you get some sun. I've been thinking about wearing a helmet. The only way to protect yourself from radiation, you know, it's difficult to put stuff on your head. So that's why you just try to reduce radiation in the environment. What kind of girls are you talking to? I'm not really bothering with the dating apps anymore. It's just like, it's just too much work and it's a waste of my time. And I just I have too much stuff to do. Most girls are very socialisty. Oh, like socialist-y. I thought your body produced less cholesterol to balance out eating high cholesterol foods. If this is the case, then how do you lower your cholesterol so much? I'm going to talk about this when I make a video on the gallbladder. So the primary way that your body removes cholesterol is through the bile. So if you have liver dysfunction, your cholesterol is going to be really high. So the reason my cholesterol was high was because my liver wasn't working that well. And the way I fixed my high cholesterol was I fixed my liver function. Well, the whole BLM movement is fake in the first place. Literally the first day of the BLM movement, I called it out for being fake, staged bullshit. And so did a lot of other people. I thought you were going to sell Wi-Fi protection gear. Yeah, I'm having a hard time getting it. The clothing companies in Bangladesh, I wired my money like a month ago. They still haven't gotten it yet. It's a fucking nightmare. Every business transaction I'm trying to do is a fucking nightmare. I'm honestly decided I'm just gonna do it myself. I'm just gonna make all the supplements myself. I'm gonna sell the powders myself for now and save some money. Frank Tefano is bad. That vid blows up above your daily vid. Well, I didn't see that, but I am heavily. And not only is my channel heavily censored. Like if you, and I think I spoke about this the other day. You can't find my name on Google search. They say you use steroids. Well, as soon as some larger person accuses me of using steroids, they're gonna get slapped with a nice fucking lawsuit. People on Twitter said that Trump will erase all debt. It's fucking retarded. What are those retards called? The fucking QAnon psyop retards. It's bullshit. It's all bullshit. Like, Trump is the controlled opposition. The Democrats are the New World Order bullshit. I'm tired of talking about this shit. It's like if people didn't figure it out at this point, they don't want to know. There's too much. It just seems like there's more and more and more fake nonsense they're making up every single day just to mislead people and give disinfo and stuff like that. Is date fruit healthy in any level? Well, I've actually never seen or heard of someone consuming or dates only the name for the dried fruit, or are they the ripe fruit as well? I mean, dried dates are just like pretty much glucose and fructose and probably some minerals. It's two parties of the same coin. No, that's the thing. Like, the BLM movement is a divide and conquer strategy that was just manufactured, just like the Democrat versus Republican stuff is fake. They're giving you the illusion that you have a choice. It's just the Democrats and Republicans are literally just working together to confuse and control the public, and voting doesn't matter at all. Is eating too much mercury from fish bad? Most fish isn't really that high in mercury, and the selenium counters it. And Japanese people who eat larger amounts of mercury don't have mercury poisoning issues at all. Mercury is one of the least concerns in fish. There's a lot of other things, negative things that can be in fish that can cause issues. Hey Grace, thanks for joining me today. I'll see you soon. Nah, Frank, you aren't getting much views because you're uploading daily. Try uploading 3 to 4 times a week. I've been uploading daily for 2 years now, and I used to get way more views. So, and I don't really think uploading 3 or 4 times a week is going to get me more views in general. Certainly not. And I don't really think I would be able to, I mean, it's not like I would increase the video quality. I put as much effort as I can into every single video I make. How much omega-3 from fish is too much? I don't have an answer for that. You go back to what I said earlier on the live stream. Hey Hillary, thanks for the support today. If you guys want to support the live stream, or if you want to make sure I answer your question a little more in depth, you can donate through the super chat or the Streamlabs link down below. How much omega-3? Already answered that. Best place in the world to source fish from? There's a website called seafoodwatch.com, which is a pretty good starting point. Do you still buy the YouTube ads? No, I had to stop doing that because I'm broke. I used to make like a few thousand a month from YouTube I used to make a few thousand a month from YouTube, which wasn't bad. I used to make a few thousand from YouTube, which wasn't bad, but now I don't make anything. Your views went down as soon as you started focusing on conspiracy theories. Well, no. My channel started getting censored mid last year, and as soon as I started making, when I first made the conspiracy videos, I got a lot of views, and then they hit a heavy censor on my channel. And as soon as I started talking about the and what are you even talking about conspiracy? Saying that the symptoms from the Toyota Corolla are identical to radiation poisoning, and that 5 grams towers give off radiation. Is that a conspiracy, or is that just me presenting facts that no one wants to hear, or that the government doesn't want people to know? It's very clear that the reason my channel is being censored is because I'm calling out Freemason activity and what they're doing in the world. It's very clear that's what it is, and they're trying to create this illusion and create this picture that there's something else I'm doing that's causing. They're trying to pretend, oh well, you're talking about conspiracy and those are crazy and no one wants to watch that. No, if anything, conspiracy theories get more views. Like David Icke, who's a complete controlled opposition shill, got millions and millions of views, and they fake kicked him off YouTube as a PR stunt, as like a as a publicity stunt. If anything, news and conspiracy theories should get me more views. So when people say I'm getting less views because of that, it doesn't make any sense. I got Wi-Fi toxicity at my job. Thanks for the goat balls. They work for testosterone. At this point, if you call it a conspiracy theory, you're full of shit. No, because it's not a conspiracy theory. It's 100% reality. What's going on? Are you still able to do bartending? No, I think bartending is a thing of the past, buddy. Why do you think David is controlled opposition? He's the first to call out 5 grams. Because the purpose of each of these controlled opposition shills is to get people talking about their name. And then when you mention David Ick's name on social media, they find you, they get your name, your email address, your information, and they know you're aware of the 5G. The reason they have these controlled opposition shills is so people say their name. And anyone who, so then they know, okay, anyone who's talking about David Ick knows about 5G, so we can put them on a list. That's part of it. In order to buy cheese or bars or fish eggs, you have to buy $100 worth of fresh products. Why can't I buy $100 worth of organs? You can buy $100 worth of organs on our website. You got censored after the carnivore vids. Love them, though. That was another thing, too. As soon as I called out the carnivores for being special interest funded, and also when I made that video like 3 weeks ago, why is the meat industry funding the carnivore diet? That video was very, very heavily censored. Very heavily censored. How can we learn about Freemasonry on our own? I think I have a book on my floor somewhere over here. It's, you know what, let me grab it because I don't remember what it's called. I haven't read this book, but it was recommended. It's The Secret Teachings of All Ages by Manly P. Hall. I don't really know. I didn't read this, so I don't know what it's about, but I bought the book. I thought they were going to turn the power off, or in case there's a blackout for a little while. I bought a bunch of books. Everyone is already on a list. Yeah. One tactic they use to discredit truthers is to have controlled opposition talk about real issues, but they mix in crazy talk about demons, reptilians, and holograms. Yeah. I can't buy $100 worth of organs, it says. I have to purchase $100 of muscle meat to buy anything. If you're trying to buy fat, like marrow or beef fat, yeah, you have to buy muscle meat because we've had a problem with shipping fat meat. Man, just send an email to info@Frankie's Free Range Meat with what issues you're having. Because if we ship the marrow and the fat don't retain the cold. So if we ship like a box of just like 20 pounds of beef fat, we have to put so much dry ice in it, we lose money. And not only do we lose money, the person usually gets thawed out beef fat. It's very difficult to ship. I mean, David Icke is controlled opposition, so you don't get millions of views without being controlled opposition. All of them have a purpose, and they're leading people in a certain direction. Double bicep or victory pose? I mean, the bodybuilding stuff is, requires a large amount of muscle mass to look good in either of those poses. Stearic acid is in a lot of foods. Intermittent fasting is a thing we should consider seriously. I've done a couple videos on fasting. The only thing that scares me is when the modern media is promoting fasting, then we know there's some type of food shortage issue coming. How to convince parents meat is not bad. It's tough. Generally speaking, people aren't intelligent enough to understand the metabolic processes behind B vitamins, cholesterol, saturated fat. It's definitely an uphill battle convincing someone that meat isn't bad. You can generally start with like, I've probably done some videos on this. Maybe I have. I don't remember what they're titled. Like why meat isn't bad for you. I've definitely done some videos on like how they've changed their minds on that meat is bad for us and that saturated fat isn't bad anymore. But you probably have to start with the fact that, we've been lied to for, dozens and dozens of years by dietetic associations and stuff like that. And once you convince your parents that we've been lied to between the food pyramid stuff, the vegetable seed oils, all this negative crap, then you can start, once they realize that they've been lied to and that the stuff that they've been thinking is good is actually bad for them, then they can maybe, they're open to listening to why meat is good. Why are you quitting the carnivore diet? Mainly because I'm bodybuilding. What is the name of the book called again? The Secret Teachings of All Ages by Manly P. Hall. Is the cheddar on Frankie's free range meat made from animal rennet? I have to double check that one. If I had to guess, no. Cut your hair? I kind of want to cut my hair. But I've noticed I have like more intuition. Like whenever I lose something, I look right at it for some reason. Like if I ever lose something or my cell phone, I immediately look right at it. It's kind of weird. Are canned foods bad thing to eat daily? That's a very like generic question. Like what canned food is it? When is the blackout? I mean, there was supposed to be blackout, but a lot of these rumors about blackouts, and there was even a rumor on July 4th that Antifa was going to like shoot up white suburbs. A lot of these rumors are spread by like Trump shills to promote fear. On tins of Crown Prince oysters, it says warning productive harm. I don't know what that means. I have to see it. Does intuition get lost when we bleach or dye our hair? I don't know. The stuff that's in bleach and hair dye is very toxic, though. Have you ever taken diatomaceous earth? The properties of diatomaceous earth are when it's dry. So consuming diatomaceous earth in water is just going to give you like silica and possibly some minerals. A whistleblower revealed there will be a second heavier lockdown in Germany by the end of August. I mean, I don't understand how there can be a heavier lockdown when we've kind of all been forced inside for months and months and months still. Longer hair was correlated with better instincts and senses. QAnon, Trump's on it. Alex Jones, fight the left. David Icke, open your mind. Frank Tufano, tear down the towers and throw these liars in a ditch. Yeah, that's pretty much it. You can use henna for natural dye. When is the next heavier lockdown in America? Probably if they open up schools, I would guess towards the end of September, August. I don't know if the stock market's reliable to invest in anymore, even though if you know it's going to happen. I just don't know if I don't think I'm going to be able to get my businesses moving at all before that happens. Can you do a skin moisturizer without the beeswax? There is no beeswax in the moisturizer. The D3 cream is too thick for a face lotion, makes my skin itch. I can next time I make the moisturizing cream, let me write this down in the notes. We'll use it's tough. I mean, I could put olive oil in the moisturizing cream instead. Let me see. In the moisturizing cream right now, we used just shea butter. Did I? Oh, I maybe. I don't think I don't know if I put beeswax in the last batch, but we'll add some camelina or jojoba oil. Might have to make it more expensive though. I'll next after I run out of this batch of moisturizing cream, what I'll do is I'll do some experiments. The problem was we had a really great moisturizing cream recipe that had water in it, and if you use water you create this emulsion, but it separates. So right after I make the moisturizing cream, it's like amazing. It's like the fresh batch of moisturizing cream, it's like jelly. It's gel. It's really cool. It's like a gel. But then after it sets and it separates, the water separates and it's not good. Coconut oil works well well, coconut oil is very dense. Could do a moisturizing cream without D3. Insomnia. Are you guys getting insomnia from using the moisturizing cream? We'll see if I maybe I'll just do one without the D3. I mean, wait for the upcoming crash. Don't you want to short it for the crash? I don't see a Streamlabs donation. Hey, women. But I guess we'll wrap this up in like 10-15 minutes. If you guys have any more questions, I'm going to try to lay down for a couple hours, and then I'm going to film 2 more videos today. I have to eat something, work out, and then I have to edit 4 videos. So these next 2 weeks are going to be a lot of work for me, mainly because I have to film 3 videos a day, and I have to look for a new car, and I have to look at farms. If my car didn't break down last week, I wouldn't be worrying as much, but will you call me daddy? No. Gold prices are increasing. Yeah, I have to sell. I bought some gold bracelets on eBay. I got to resell them. Do you think there will be an alien abduction soon? Yeah, I mean, I think the government's going to stage some more wacko, stupid shit. I'm still laughing at the fucking shark attacks the other day. I was laughing so hard when I saw that shit on the news. Great white sharks attacking people on New York City beaches in the It's like, they really just don't want people outside talking to each other about the bullshit. Why do you have to film 3 videos a day? Because I might have to travel. I might want to take a vacation next month or just take a break. Well, I mean, I do want to take a vacation, but I'm probably not going to be able to travel because of the Toyota Corolla nonsense. So I just want to take like a month off. So I'm trying to film 30 videos ahead of time, which is proving to be very stressful and difficult. I already wrote the scripts for the videos. Over the past 2 weeks, I've written video scripts, and each script takes about 2 hours to write. So it's been quite a bit of work, but now I just have to film the videos, 2 videos a day, just film them, bang them out, and then hopefully I'll have some edited videos that I can just put up over the course of that month. Smartest thing to do after high school right now? If I would probably just learn how to fix stuff. Car mechanic, plumbing, electrical, construction, that type of stuff. Any plans for your vacation? No, for my first goal right now is I need to get these videos completed. After I get these videos completed, I'll see what's going on in the world. And we'll see. No, your body needs carbon dioxide and oxygen. So when they put people on ventilators, it's actually worse. And when I had my jaw surgery a couple years ago, when they put me on the ventilator, I couldn't breathe. And I told them to take it off. And I actually took it off myself because they wouldn't take it off. Tomorrow there's a new podcast, London Rose / David Ick. Two big Mason shills, dude. London Real, biggest fucking Mason shill there is. Those guys can go fuck themselves. I should have tied my hair back. It's such a mess. What was the seafood website you mentioned earlier? Seafoodwatch.org, I think. Livestream views aren't bad today. Yeah, no, we're doing good. 256. That's about what we were getting on the main channel. Shark attacks are extremely rare. No, they just fucking made them up so people wouldn't go to the beach. They just get a bunch of Mason actors to pretend they got bit by a shark. All right, but I'm not really mechanically inclined. Well, no, I'm not. I don't think personally, I'm not mechanically inclined either. But fixing shit is really easy now with YouTube videos. You could just watch a YouTube video on how to pretty much do anything. And the hard part about fixing stuff isn't really knowing how to fix it. It's knowing what tools do what. Like knowing what wrenches, what drills, what impacts, like what different equipment is for what job. That's the most important thing, is know what tool you need for the job. And then watch someone do the job. Put this into the car fund. Hey, thanks. We'll have a 2001. I got to see how the footage came out for my Taurus vlog. And maybe we'll post that video tomorrow. But thanks for the support today, guys. Hey, Mike, have a good night. Can kefir cause too much gut bacteria? Yeah, kefir can give you SIBO. Kefir can be bad. When they say lowering carbon emissions, they mean depopulation. Yep. Is iodized salt dangerous? Iodized salt is generally full of other crap too. Usually iodized salt is the low quality processed sodium stuff. Fixing it yourself is much cheaper than hiring people to fix things, if you have the tools. So like my Taurus isn't starting. I think it's the fuel pump, but to access the fuel pump on a 2001 Ford Taurus, you have to take out the whole fucking gas tank. And like I don't have a car lift. So, you know, it's, I mean, you know, is it worth it for me to spend like a few $100s on jacks and stuff like that when I want to fix my car? Maybe when I get my own farm and my own place, I'll build stuff to fix my car. But right now, I'm at my parents' house and they have one driveway and it's not really a good spot to be fixing cars. Who is SIBO? SIBO stands for small intestinal bacterial overgrowth, where you get a lot of bacteria and yeast and fungus in your small intestine and it causes a lot of issues. Is Hillary Clinton a robot? I think it's. I think they have like humans that look like her and give them plastic surgery. To make public appearances. Is raw cheese and sauerkraut a good source as your only probiotics? I think yogurt and kefir are better than raw cheese. Sauerkraut is pretty good. Sauerkraut juice is better. People are saying Jesus is going to rapture us, but the government will lie and say it was an alien abduction. They're both bullshit. Both are bullshit. Take down the Wi-Fi towers. Most important nutrients for muscle building. I mean, it's protein. B vitamins. Is Finlandia butter 100% grass-fed? Yeah. It's good stuff. I've been using Finlandia for years. Favorite Spanish cheeses? The illegal ones, like the runny, really stinky, soft ones. So you want protein for muscle building and then glucose for energy. Because usually if you're bodybuilding, your body can't produce enough energy from fat. It's very difficult. You need carbs. Sauerkraut, when made with vinegar, is not a good source. It has to be made with natural salt and water fermentation. How can I stop fruit craving? I mean, try eating some fruit and see what happens. You're going to make that video on calories for muscle building, right? I mean, I have a video that I'm doing why calories in, calories out is incorrect. What would that video be titled? Do you need how many calories do you need for bodybuilding? Give me $700, please. I need a new gaming PC for my YouTube. Good luck with that one, buddy. Might want to start an OnlyFans. Hey, Luca, what's going on, man? White versus sweet potatoes. Usually, people have issues with the high carotenoid content of sweet potatoes when you eat a lot of them, so white potatoes are better. Make a video for skin health. I could probably do a video on skin health. How is calories in, calories out incorrect? Doesn't account for macronutrients, doesn't account for inflammation in foods. Doesn't account for hormone fluctuations caused by those negative aspects of food. Do I oxidize raw eggs when blending them in a smoothie? Yeah, you do. So you don't want to like blend them a crazy amount. If you put eggs in a blender and you blend it for like more than 30 seconds, a minute or two, you'll smell it. You'll smell fish. And that'll mean you oxidize the eggs. What's tomorrow's video? I think we're going to do the Ford Taurus vlog. Maybe not. I got to see how the footage on my phone turned out. Can you talk about your protein powder? I mean, it's just grass-fed whey protein. Hasn't coffee been consumed for ages? I mean, modern coffee is always different than what they used to drink. And there's other lifestyle factors like radiation that are causing issues in addition to coffee. Would you say that inflammatory aspects can affect weight? I mean, a lot of it has to do with food quality in the diet. If you're following like a high-quality grass-fed carnivore diet with some quality wild plant foods, you're never going to gain weight. Your body composition is just going to improve. If the eggs are only in the blender for 5 to 10 seconds, that should be fine. But if you start blending it a long time, that's when it'll start oxidizing. P.S. This weekend, 2 million demonstrated in Berlin for their rights. Someone said that earlier in the live stream. They said 1.2 million people were protesting in Berlin for the virus. Is eating ricotta the same as whey protein? No. Ricotta is made from whey. Ricotta might have some whey in it, but it's not completely whey. How much? I don't do any cardio per week. Sometimes I get out of breath when I do certain exercises. Would you say that a carnivore diet will give you the best gains? I mean, a feedlot beef carnivore diet is going to be so estrogenic. A feedlot beef carnivore diet is going to be so estrogenic that you'll actually probably lose muscle and your body composition will get worse. It does help to have some carbohydrates, but as long as you're eating a lot of protein and you have an energy source, whether it's fat or carbs, you should put on a lot of muscle and look a lot better. Someone said that photo of Berlin is from the Love Festival. I tried the white clay shampoo and my hair is still greasy. What you want to do is like try to fill up a bowl with water and like put the clay in the water and dunk your head in it and really like get the clay saturated in your hair and really scrub it out with your head in like this bowl of clay water. What is the best argument to persuade someone that 5 grams is harmful? Tell them to. You have to. The best way to persuade someone that radiation is harmful is to get them to sleep in a low Wi-Fi environment for like for just one night. But it's the getting them in that low Wi-Fi environment can be very difficult. You might have to get them a bed canopy. You might have to get them to go in the woods. You might have to get them to turn the power off to their entire house. But if you get someone to sleep in a low Wi-Fi environment for a day or two, let them see how they feel when they wake up, and then have them turn their cell phone on and call someone for 20 minutes with their cell phone next to their head. They'll feel like their brains are scrambled compared to how they feel being in the low Wi-Fi environment. How much does lying down after eating affect you? I really shouldn't. Lying down turns your gut motility so low that I just can't sleep. Food gets stuck. Have you ever tried melanin tanning injections? No. You don't need that stuff. You could just get vitamin D. Just take vitamin D supplements if you want to increase the melanin in your skin. That's like a natural tanning accelerator. Uh-oh, the Seco Warriors are mad. Is cheese and yogurt good sources of protein? High quality but not raw? What do you mean, like grass-fed but not raw? Is unbromated wheat flour healthy? No, if you want bread to be healthy, it needs to be like an organic heirloom grain that's naturally sourdough fermented. Getting sunlight on your balls increases testosterone by 200%. I've spoken about this for a long time. I guarantee you someone's going to make a lot of money off the vitamin D3 increasing testosterone on your testicles, yet I've been talking about it for years. Talk about papaya. It tastes like heaven. I haven't eaten papaya ever. I've never had a papaya. Maybe I'll see if they have some at Whole Foods. I'll try one. Convince my mother of Wi-Fi by moving her phone from her head. Tell her to turn the phone off at night. I passed 4 towers on the way to work. It's crazy. 2 of them are about a quarter mile apart. They're all within just miles of each other. I've started noticing I haven't been feeling well at work. Yeah, people are going to get very sick from the Wi-Fi. I mean, yogurt is great for bodybuilding. It's not too high in fat. It's good protein and carbs. How are your magnesium levels? I think they're higher now. They were pretty low. I should start taking magnesium again every day. I just haven't been I haven't been supplementing. I've been doing more antimicrobial stuff than I like to separate like my antimicrobial and my supplement days. How have you never had a papaya or a mango yet you've eaten balls and brains? I think I've had mango before, but I don't think I've had papaya. Pasteurized goat's cheese or raw cow's milk? I've heard good things from goat cheese. I have a dairy video I did a while ago explaining the difference between sheep versus goat versus cow dairy. I can probably do a video on itself titled like, what's the difference between sheep, goat, and cow dairy? I feel panic attacks very frequently when I pass some of those new lamps in Denmark. Pineapple is my favorite fruit. Pineapple, I don't know. Maybe if pineapple's like really ripe pineapple juice, I can dig. Something about the texture of pineapple, I don't know. I like the fruit when it's like pureed and filtered and strained more than the texture. I bet you if I wanted to eat fruit, I could, like, you could probably order fruit from some other country shipped in pretty cheaply. U.S. mango is shit. I have a restaurant supplier I can probably order mangoes from. I can check right now. Let's check the exotic fruit section of my restaurant supplier. What about buffalo cheese? Guys, watch my dairy video. The point, you know, what were the animals fed? Is it raw? How is the product made? So, does the brain of, yeah, animal brains have omega-3? Keto diet is a meme. It's the fasting and removal of processed foods that heal, not specifically eating fat. Well, you mean not specifically removing carbs and sugar. What have you had to eat today? Prosciutto. That's why I'm so tired. Frank is a Capri Sun. Honestly, I could go for a Capri Sun right now. I don't think I've had a Capri Sun in like 20 years. My parents used to give me those as a kid with All right, so what do we have? What are we looking for? Exotic fruit? Figs. Organics. Figs. Citrus, fennel, grapes, lettuce, and salad, tropic, and specialty. So they have fresh figs. For fresh exotic fruit, they have dates and kiwi. That's organic. Maybe they have regular mango. Cube mangoes, diced mangoes, mangoes. Organic mangoes. $14 for an 8 count. That's not that expensive. Do they have papaya, though? Papaya. Maridol papayas. No organic papaya. That's not good. You should move to Norway. We have loads of land you could use on the countryside. I have a feeling I would never get a Norwegian girl because they're all half a foot taller than me. $1 Sicilian homes for sale. What are they, next to Wi-Fi towers? But guys, we'll wrap this up in 5 minutes. 5 minutes if you guys have any more questions. Peaches are good. Peaches. Low fructose. I know your brother's book smart, but is he aware of what's going on here? Does he think you're crazy? No, he thinks I'm crazy. Well, he doesn't really have an argument against anything I say. Do I eat salads? Young lady, you're not too familiar with my YouTube channel. Am I short? I wouldn't say I'm short. I'm 5'8". But, I work out 2 hours a day and bike every day. My caloric expenditure is insane. Organic or grass-fed milk, which one I choose? You want to go to a local farm and get raw, grass-fed organic milk, ideally. Organic doesn't matter as much. Organic is basically for supermarket safety. I'm glad we've kept the chat pretty focused on nutrition for the first hour and a half, but it looks like you guys are devolving right now. So I think it's a good time to end the live stream. So thank you guys for joining me today. If you have any more questions, try to leave them as a comment on my main channel. Of course, we'll be doing a video every day as usual, and we'll do a live stream again on Tuesday and Thursday. Thanks again for joining me, guys. I'll see you guys soon.